Hello everybody, and welcome to this unboxing and first impressions video on the new iPad Pro. Now, for those wondering, this is the cheapest iPad Pro. This is the 11-inch one with 128 gigs, and it retails for $800. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I did write off tablets for a while because to me, I felt that the iPad still couldn't replace my laptop. But a few weeks ago, I was actually in the Apple Store trying to get my Powerbeats Pro fixed, and that's a story that I'm going to touch on in my Powerbeats 4 versus Powerbeats Pro video. But while I was chilling in the Apple Store, I kind of got to try out the last gen iPad Pro for over an hour, and I kind of thought, this thing is pretty cool. And then Apple then came out and said, hey, listen, the iPad is going to start getting mouse and trackpad support. And then I started thinking, you know what, that sounds pretty cool. And personally, I am currently looking for a replacement for my current laptop because I'm currently using a MacBook Pro from 2011. So that poor thing is just struggling even to open even a Pages document. So when Apple came out and announced their new iPad Pro, and with their new Magic Keyboard with the built-in touchpad, I kind of thought, you know what? Maybe, just maybe, the new iPad Pro with the new keyboard and with the trackpad support can finally really replace a laptop. So over the next few days, I'm going to be trying out the iPad Pro and see if this thing can actually replace a laptop. Now, obviously, one of the newest things on the new iPad Pro is this new camera setup, but everything else is pretty much the same from the last iPad. You've got that super boxy design and just an incredible looking screen. Now, when I first got this iPad, one of the first things that I did on it was run a Geekbench test on it, and I can confirm that the cheapest iPad Pro also has 6 gigs of RAM and an ARM processor shooting off at 2.48 gigahertz, just like the 12-inch 1 terabyte iPad Pro that was featured in MKBHD's video. And personally, I do think that's cool on Apple's part that they're finally streamlining the whole processor and RAM setup on their iPads Pro, unlike the previous iPad Pro, where different sizes and different storage sizes did have different setups. Now, one of the things that I am disappointed about the new iPad Pro is that unfortunately the Magic Keyboard didn't release alongside the new iPad. Now, I don't think Apple did that on purpose. Maybe they had to stagger releases due to our current global health situation. But for the meantime, I'm going to be pairing the new iPad Pro with a smart keyboard and see if this combo can finally replace a actual laptop. Because I'm also going to be pairing it with this MX Vertical that I've been using for a couple of weeks now. So see if this combo can finally really can replace a laptop. But once we start looking at the iPad Pro and we're pairing it with this keyboard, which goes for $200, that's already $1,000. Wouldn't you think maybe I might be better off with a laptop? And also keep in mind the Magic Keyboard, the one that with the floating display and the built-in trackpad, that keyboard for the 11-inch iPad Pro is $300, $100 more than this one. So definitely, even though if you're thinking about getting an iPad Pro to replace your laptop, you're still paying MacBook Air prices. So yeah, we're just gonna have to see what this experience is like. But yeah, these have been my first impressions and first thoughts on the new iPad Pro and all of the accessories that you kind of got to get with it in order for it to have a chance of replacing an actual laptop. But personally, I am kind of looking forward to reading a few comics on the iPad Pro because unfortunately due to the quarantine, my comic book shop has been closed. And I've always been a proponent of physical comic books because I just like having something to read. But since that's not an option right now, let's see how this experience is with the iPad Pro. But yeah, even though we're in the quarantine, videos are still coming out. But I also just got an Xbox One S all digital edition. So if you guys want to see an unboxing and maybe like a quasi review on that thing, let me know, because due to the quarantine, I decided to get another Xbox so that I can play some games and kill some time. But yeah, I think we'll leave it there, and we'll catch you guys later. If you made it this far, I guess you enjoyed the video, so hit that like button and get subscribed. It helps out more than you realize. If you want to pick another products up mentioned in this video, those will be linked in the description down below, and you can also support the channel by checking out the merch store. But other than that, I'll catch you next time.